Everyone talks about how the Canadian side of Niagara Falls is so much better than the American side. But what does that mean? What are the Canadian Falls and what are the American Falls? What is the Maid of the Mist and what is the Hornblower? If you want to go see Niagara Falls, and you absolutely do need to see it, do you have to cross over into Canada and see the Canadian side? Do you have to take the Canadian tour of the falls? Do you need to go behind the falls, hike the falls, skip the line, etc., etc., etc.? In this video, we are going to answer all of those questions and more, especially the most burning one: how to take Maid of the Mist.
We are Diapers on a plane.
So number one, which side of the falls do you really want to see? Well, either or both, but that's really not the question that you should be asking. Anyone who tells you you have to see the Canadian side of the falls is being dramatic. You don't have to, but it does give you an appreciation of the entirety of the falls. The falls are, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous, they're majestic. And the view technically is better from the Canadian side of the falls because the Canadian side of the falls actually face the falls, so you're directly looking at them. Whereas on the American side, you're kind of at a side view, plus you're looking at the water coming over the falls. So it's kind of like you're behind the falls a little bit. You can see a lot from the American side, but you can see everything from the Canadian side. But the point is, the view that you really want is the view on the Maid of the Mist. You want to be on the lake itself. Nothing will prepare you or match the view that you see from the boat on the water. So cross over into Canada or don't, but definitely take the boat tour. And that's the whole point of this video: how to take the Maid of the Mist. When I was trying to buy tickets for the boat tour, I got caught up in all the different boats and all the different ads and all the different options, and it was just all so confusing to me because all I had kept hearing was, you have to see it from the Canadian side, you have to go to Canada, you have to see the Canadian side of the falls. So I naturally thought, okay, I've got to take the Canadian boats, right? No, that is the wrong question and the wrong answer. Both boats take the exact same route, go to the exact same places, go see the exact same Niagara Falls. Which boat tour do you want to take? You want to take the Maid of the Mist if you're from the American side. You want to take the Hornblower if you're on the Canadian side. These are the exact same boat, okay? Maid of the Mist departs from New York. Hornblower departs from Niagara Falls, Ontario in Canada. So it doesn't matter. The boats are almost identical. The routes are identical. You get the same ponchos. So it doesn't matter. Take the boat of the side of the falls that you are on. We took the Maid of the Mist because we were on the United States side. So which upgrades should you include? Should you skip the line? I say no. Should you go behind the falls? I say maybe. We went to Niagara Falls on the 4th of July. It was absolutely insane. The line was so long, I just wanted to give up and go home. I didn't buy the skip the line pass because I didn't know how long the line was going to be, and everybody said it was quick and I didn't think I needed to, and it was super expensive. We already had 7 tickets to buy, and adding a skip the line to every single one of those 7 tickets just felt exorbitant. My husband got in line and I stood in the shade with the kids to keep them entertained. I couldn't believe we were so stupid to go on the 4th of July, but I thought it would be fun to see the fireworks over Niagara Falls. Side note, it was amazing to see the fireworks over Niagara Falls, and I totally recommend it. So the kids and I drank a couple bottles of water, we built a few miniature stick forts, and then all of a sudden my husband was calling us to join him in line. The line, it is incredibly fast. Everything you read on the internet, 100% true. It was so fast. I mean, you can see, look at this. You can see how long this line is. It wraps around the entire state of New York. It took us under an hour from start when my husband got in line to when we docked on the boat, when we got on the boat. It was so fast. When you go, unless you're going on the 4th of July, it will not nearly be as busy as you see right here on this video. And it goes so fast. So if you don't want to skip the line, you don't want to pay to skip the line, you really don't need to. It's really not that bad. But here is the secret you do have to know. Your party has to be together. They are so strict. They have people all over the place, and they are super strict about not letting anyone cut in line, jump the line, get in line after the fact, separate your party, make sure you are together. Do you need waterproof clothing, and will you get wet? Yes, you will get absolutely drenched. And no, you do not need waterproof clothing, because when you get on board the boat, right before you board the boat, you will receive a complimentary poncho that you will return at the end. They recycle them, and it will keep you mostly dry. The one waterproof thing you may want to consider is waterproof mascara, but you don't need to wear anything special. Now, if you want to take pictures, you do need a waterproof camera, or you want to have a waterproof case for your camera. All the videos and pictures are from my waterproof camera case. You will get soaked, and so will your phone. So if you want pictures, you do definitely need to keep that in mind. If you don't want to get wet, you can stay back. You can stay towards the back of the boat, the middle of the boat. I mean, all of this water is coming from really the railings and a little bit in from the railings, but you really won't be able to see anything because everybody's on the railings. And honestly, why spend the money and take the time if you're not going to see anything, if you don't want to get wet? So I say, just embrace it. This is an amazing once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it's just absolutely worth it and incredible. Once you take the poncho off, it really collects most of the water. It's going to drip off. You're going to have time to exit before you take it off. Do you need a passport? No, you do not need a passport to take the Maid of the Mist boat tour, which is why I say take the boat tour on the side of the falls that you are on. If you want to cross over into Canada, or you want to cross over into the United States to see the falls on either side, you do have to have a passport or an enhanced driver's license, which is really only available in those border states. So if you want to cross over and see the falls, you do need to have a passport, but you do not need it to take the Maid of the Mist boat tour. The best place to view the fireworks on the United States side is from Niagara Falls State Park. So you want to go into the park, and then about midway into the park, you'll see the signs for it. There's a footbridge, and it absolutely is a perfect vantage point. It's absolutely stunning. The second best spot, in my opinion, is to take the bridge over the lake itself. So the lake that feeds into Niagara Falls that goes across to Luna Island. I watched it from this bridge. I did not go into the Niagara Falls State Park, but we could see basically the bridge that goes over the lake to Luna Island is behind the bridge that I'm recommending. So we were behind the bridge, and I was like, oh, that would have been awesome to be there. So you'll just be a little bit closer or a little bit farther away. I mean, fireworks are massive. They're gorgeous. It's an amazing experience. It reflects off the water. You can't go wrong, but those are the best head-on views that you can get. Okay, as far as parking, there's lots of street parking. There's lots of hotel parking. There's lots of there is a ton of parking all over the place, a ton of places that offer parking. You go, you'll be able to find parking. It's not that big of a deal. Some places charge, some places don't. If you're staying at a hotel, you'll already have parking. I would really recommend parking and then walking in. There's so much to do. Everything's by foot. It's really, really cool. You can even walk across the bridge, which is a phenomenal view if you want to go from New York over to Ontario. That's really cool too. But don't worry about parking. There's going to be a ton of places to park, and you don't really need to plan ahead for that. And as far as other things to do on either the American or the Canadian side, I just want to stress the top priority when you visit the falls should be the Maid of the Mist boat tour. On the American side, you can eat, you can shop, you can picnic, you can hike. It's all the same things you can do at every other destination. There really is nothing I would say is super special about the American side that you would want to do extra beyond Niagara Falls. The Canadian side is like a huge theme park. They've got go-karts, museums, zip lines, Ripley's, believe it or not. I mean, they've got everything over there. It almost, to me, really takes away the beauty of Niagara Falls. That's all up on the hill. You walk down away from that, and then you see the falls, and there is a gorgeous lake, and there are some gardens, but it's almost just like a side distraction, and it really just takes away from Niagara Falls itself. That is my opinion. Take it or leave it. I hope this helps you plan your trip to Niagara Falls and you love riding the Maid of the Mist as much as we did. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I will be sure to answer them the best that I can. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.